This is a Sandy Boy Productions podcast.
Welcome to the Urban Pharmacy Podcast, where we help women remove the overwhelm of living their most holistic life. This is the place to find evidence-based nutrition tactics, healthy lifestyle and wellness tips, abundance mindset, and easily implementable low-tox living strategies so you can rise up to your full potential and protect your family's health. I'm your host, Stacey Heine, certified holistic nutritionist and better living advocate. Now, let's get empowered with some simple swaps that make a big impact for optimal wellness. Welcome to episode 29 of the Urban Pharmacy Podcast. Desperate to help her husband survive stage 3 cancer, Kiyomi researched intensively to find a better way of getting the health benefits of green tea. Kiyomi's mission is to share her discoveries with American folks by offering the purest and simplest form of ground green tea. When asked why green tea, she answers because green tea powder is the simplest and easiest addition anyone can make to his or her diet in order to improve health. She believes a small habitual change could lead to a significant outcome in the long run. She will also introduce you to another delicious and healthy beverage, roasted brown rice coffee. Its toasted aroma and taste with a hint of natural sweetness are reminiscent of dark chocolate. This caffeine-free, gluten-free drink is an ultimate yang drink to give positive energy to your digestive system. It is especially beneficial if you are on a plant-based diet and tend to be cold all of the time. In that bio, Kiyomi is tapping into Ayurvedic work and wisdom there in that bio with that warming coffee mimicking drink. And I will tell you, I love it. I love the green tea powder even more though. And I cannot wait for you to hear about Kiyomi's business called Simi Tea and how it came about and how it manifested. And you're going to learn about her entrepreneurial endeavor. You're going to learn about the health benefits of green tea that are just something you cannot ignore. They're too powerful for our health to ignore. And I just think you are going to love this episode. If you like geeking out and hearing about food science, this episode is for you. And if you also like hearing stories of impact and really strong whys behind why entrepreneurs make the world go round, you're going to also love this episode. So here we go with Kiyomi from Simi Tea. Be well. Kiyomi of Simi Tea, welcome, my friend. I'm so excited to have you today.
Well, likewise here. Thank you so much for having me, Stacey. I'm just so excited.
Yay! Okay, so obviously we're going to be talking about tea today. I said Simi Tea. That is Kiyomi's brand. And I want to first start off, Kiyomi, just asking you about your brand and about how you got started with entrepreneurship. So let me start there. When did you start your business? Mm-hmm. Is it the same as it is now today? And what does that look like for you? Why did you start your business?
Okay, well, why I started the business? That is very good question. Why? Because I wanted to tell the true story about the green tea to American folks. My husband got diagnosed with cancer 20 years ago. And at that point, my knowledge about the green tea may have been a little more than, the regular people. But I realized as a wife, I can't take chemotherapy for him, but I can do the research and I can provide the best kind of green tea. So, simply put, that's how I started the green tea research. And then the one more thing happened. Okay, so my husband's diagnosis was like stage 3, and we were told odds were low. And I had a newborn baby and a 3-year-old boy, and I didn't have job. So I kind of panicked and went to the depression. But, thanks to my little boy's encouragement, I woke up. And so I researched and I found the best kind of green tea. Still now it is. And my husband liked it. And his oncologist even said, hey, after 2 years of chemotherapy and or the treatment, hey, I thought, green tea is not going to do anything, but hey, here you are. Your cancer is cured. You don't have to come back see me anymore. And don't stop drinking your green tea because I'm sure something's going on. I did a ton of research too. So then, of course, we were so excited. Hey, we got rid of cancer. You're still alive. We're gonna have a ton of family time, right? But and then at the same time, wait a minute. We did so much research, and we had to find the best kind of green tea in Japan. Nobody sold it here in the U.S. Maybe we have to go out and tell the people. Yeah, yeah.
So. Oh my gosh. Kiyomi, that is so powerful. Wow. That kind of is the way that we are living as well. Kind of a little story with our elderberry syrup. Like we have pre-made elderberry syrup kits that people can make elderberry syrup at home, or if they are okay ingesting honey, they can take a pre-made syrup that we actually make and we ship it. And it all started with me. It all started with a recommendation from a group with my midwife, of a healthier way to stay well, without having to put, trying to ward off the flu or bacterial or different types of viruses. Elderberry, a beautiful plant, just like green tea, was a much more holistic and safe solution. And that is where we started with our business too. So that is such a powerful story. And your husband's story is incredibly amazing. So you, Kiyomi, had no business background, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I was actually an English teacher in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, I was teaching English to high school students. Yeah.
Okay, so, but your why was big enough that you wanted to share this with people, and then it became amazing. So, okay, how did you start selling your tea? Was it, just off your front porch? Just person to person? Did you go to farmers markets? Did you go straight to e-commerce? How did that look for you?
Yeah, well, that sounds like almost, very close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I thought, I need to market research, and I need to know how much American people know about the green tea and how they are consuming green tea. And so I talked to a small business office here in town, and they said, here, go ahead, stand in front of a door and just start to talk to people.
I love it.
So I made a questionnaire, printed it out, and I stood there, and I think I talked to 50 people, and I got some statistic data, and I did the same thing at the different location too. And I got something like 100 people's voice, right? And then I realized, oh my gosh, people say, yeah, I do love green tea. I drink it often. And then how often, the question, how often? maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Right? And then what kind of green tea, right? And then just canned green tea or bottled green tea, like Arizona. And what do you know about the green tea? Green tea is healthy. You get a ton of health benefits. And they're expecting those benefits gonna be there in once a month Arizona green tea. So I realized,
Oh. Yeah,
right?
it has to be
Yeah,
like a ritualistic, everyday type of thing.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So the consistency is the key to every benefit. All the great food is great for you, but you have to have a balanced diet, and you have to have it every day. Occasionally you might fall off, and then you might be able to catch up the next day. But if that accumulates, okay, once a month, no, that's not going to work.
Right.
So, yeah, so I decided to come up with some kind of, the package and the, educational literature. And I took that to the Christmas gift show here in the local town. And you can see my picture right here. It's a cowboy country here.
Yeah, yes.
In a rural countryside of Oregon. So, more cows than people here. But guess what? At the Christmas shows, all the green tea I got from Japan was sold out.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that surprised us. And we thought, well, everybody is craving for the pure, really healthy, easy to make food, or
Yes.
drink. Yep.
Yes. So tell me a little bit, Kiyomi, about how your tea is different. And I am already a consumer of your tea. So this is why I'm so
Thank you.
excited to ask you even more questions about all the health benefits, which we're going to totally get into. But what makes sencha different
Than matcha, right?
from matcha and from green tea bags? Because I know that you could go down that.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Okay. Yep. Thank you. That's a great question. Core question. Product. Okay. So the sencha powder we offer is powder, like matcha, very, very fine. As you know, it's like green talcum powder, very fine. So in that sense, same as matcha, you can use it in a smoothie. You can make it in a cold tea, hot tea. Um, you know, However, the growing environment is different. So matcha, probably you have heard matcha is shade grown tea. Shade grown, it's not always in the shade, but before harvest, like 3 to 4 weeks, they cover the plants. So they deprive the sunlight, and the sun exposure amount affects the chemical component in the tea leaves.
Okay.
And they put the cover over the plants because that way the tea leaves increase umami. Umami is the savory flavor.
Oh yeah. Umami,
Yeah. And not bitter, less bitterness. So that's why they put the cover, they put the, extra energy and the time and the cover up. And then, of course, they have to watch really carefully because, that's not the natural environment, right? Naturally, all the plants need the sunlight to grow, but, depriving the sunlight, they have to take extra care. But anyway, so that's how they do it to increase umami. But there's, hidden secret there. At the same time, actually, less sunlight means less antioxidants.
I can see that.
Yeah. So all the vegetables that, as far as I know, all the vegetables are creating antioxidants to protect themselves from the sunlight.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sense.
Right. So actually, matcha is, tastier with umami, but compared to the counterpart grown in full sun, matcha offers less antioxidants.
Okay, very interesting. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I tried the sencha a little, just like plain on my finger, and yeah, it's absolutely bitter. But like most of the time, but most of the time,
Yeah.
the bitter foods have the cancer crushing compounds that our bodies need, just like broccoli sprouts, just, like
Yes.
these are the
Kale,
foods that
right?
we're supposed to be eating. And
Yes.
they're very potent. And you might not like this, but so you should tell me if this is not a good idea or not, or if this is maybe taking benefits away. But I like to mix your sencha with tokos powder, which is a rice. It's like a granulated rice bran, so it has like fiber in it, and it's supposed to have some medicinal benefits to it. It kind of sweetens it, and I mix it. I don't drink this sencha like a normal green tea. I used to be at that level. I'm just not at that level anymore. So what I do for me to make sure that I'm getting it at least once a day, is I mix it with the glucose powder and then a few dates, and I blend it in hot water, and it makes the most delicious drink. I absolutely love it.
Wow.
So yeah, that is what we use your sencha for.
Great idea. Okay, so green tea benefits are, long list, and one of them is actually prebiotic. So it, and
it's a prebiotic, Kiyomi. It's the prebiotic because it's the whole leaf. We can't really say that about a green tea bag, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
we haven't been there yet. Yeah, the difference between the green tea and the sencha powder. But the increasing the fiber content, like what you're doing, makes sense, because then you are feeding the good fiber in your gut system, and let the antioxidants from green tea work together at the same time. What a genius idea! Yeah.
I'm quite intuitive around here in the kitchen. I just follow my instinct.
You can see that behind you. Yeah.
Yes, very, very many plants. Okay, so all right, let's just get into it, because there's literally like a whole. I have the brochure from when I originally got your tea. I have more coming on the way. But look, there's just boundless benefits of green tea. And how about you start with a few, and then we'll touch on what are your top 3 or 5 things that you really love for people to know about the benefits of green tea?
Okay. So you said boundless. Green tea benefits are boundless. That's a great way to say it, because antioxidants from green tea. The name is catechins. And catechins work on the gene level, so when your genes are worn out, shortened up, or somehow, got damaged from toxin exposure, the antioxidants from green tea, catechins, are on the rescue, and actually, slows down the deterioration, or even it prolongs, it, put the clock backwards, it will repair the genes too. So that is the fascinating part of the green tea antioxidants. Plus, probably that's why boundaryless, just a long list of the benefits.
So what Kiyomi is talking about there is our telomeres. Right?
Yeah, that's right. Telomeres, yes.
Our DNA is like a shoestring. And you know how some of those shoestrings have like a plastic piece at the end to keep it from unraveling, right? And what green tea, well, here's what happens. Inflammatory foods or environmental toxins, like you were talking about, like from our water, from our air, etc. They affect us, they affect our DNA. So basically you can imagine a shoestring, like in that plastic piece, being off. And then eventually these free radicals that are toxins to our body start to unravel our DNA telomeres. And the green tea can basically almost be like a Band-Aid, or potentially maybe lengthen our telomeres, Kiyomi.
Yes,
I'm not
exactly.
sure. I believe, yeah. So the longer that our telomeres become, which is part, again, like strands within our DNA,
Right.
it's going to help slow down the aging process.
Exactly.
And I know that Dr. Greger is writing a book called How Not to Age, and that will be coming out. And I learned about the green tea and telomeres from him. So, but is that how it's benefiting our skin as well, Kiyomi? Because I know that there are skin benefits of green tea, and a girl that is into beauty over here, I'd like to know, like, what are the skin and beauty benefits that green tea have to offer?
So you mentioned about the free radicals. So free radicals are attacking the healthy cells and, accelerate the aging process. So catechins actually not neutralize free radicals. That's one of the benefits to, keep your skin, better, healthier. And at the same time, there are some studies on catechin antioxidants actually increases collagen in a cell. So, make the cells more elastic and not really dry and hard. So that would be a benefit for the skin, your skin health. And also, when you are exposed to sunlight, actually it'll accelerate the aging of the skin, and the catechins are again protecting that skin health from the sunlight exposure and damaging the cells too. So so topical, and actually you can use green tea topically. And also, even if you're drinking it, you get the benefits for your skin cells too.
I love that. Okay. Tell me about type 2 diabetes prevention, Kiyomi. How does Essentia help with that?
Well, there are some studies actually done with pre-diabetic people, on the border, and those people get especially benefits. Okay, my word orders get messed up, especially when I get excited. I'm so excited to share these facts. So, so those pre-diabetic people get the benefits from catechin antioxidants. Okay, so catechin antioxidants actually control the sugar, blood sugar level.
Okay.
So, before meal, you consume the green tea, and then your blood sugar spike gets suppressed. So
does it help increase insulin output, or is it just that it's helping keep the balance?
Well, keep the balance. So, when you have a sugar spike too fast, and then your insulin insulin level is not going to catch up, right? So just slowing down the blood sugar level, and after a while, actually those pre-diabetic people's blood sugar level come down to the normal level. So once again, you have to keep drinking it, but definitely you get the benefit. And I know some customers said they kept drinking, and after a while they got off from the insulin injection. So that is just amazing.
Hey friend, before we get too far into this episode, I want to be sure you know about how the environment plays a role on your overall health. For over a decade, I've been learning so much about the lack of health regulation in the personal care and food industries, and that's actually one of the reasons why I started this show. You deserve to know how to protect you and your family from unwanted body burden, and I share further information about how to make better choices and vote with your dollar in our private Facebook community called The Urban Pharmacy. On that note, I want to let you know about one of the easiest ways that we've switched to safer, and that's through my favorite clean beauty brand called Beauty Counter. Your skin is your largest organ, and what you put on it every day matters a lot. And with a low carbon footprint, cruelty-free formulations, and high-performing results, I haven't found a better beauty brand than Beauty Counter in over 5 years of working with this mission-driven brand. To learn more and shop clean, head to mybetterbeauty.com.
And we've already talked about how green tea is anti-inflammatory due to the catechins, and then bone health. Can you tell me about that?
That is an interesting one because, a lot of people believe, caffeine is not good for bone health, right? That makes the bone softer and, fragile. And green tea naturally contains caffeines because green tea is made from Camellia sinensis. It's the botanical name, and the Camellia sinensis naturally offers caffeine. So green tea, our essential powder 2, regular one, offers caffeine. However, the catechin antioxidants somehow counter effect against the caffeine, and actually it feeds the baby bones the antioxidant power, and the baby bone thrive, and they can keep growing healthier. That's how the studies see how the green tea antioxidants support bone health, even though the clients drink caffeine, still those people don't show that a fragile bone bone health risk.
It's because it's the whole package. It's because it's the whole food, right? And that's kind of just like with fruit. Like, of course, you're not going to tell a diabetic to go and drink a ton of fruit juice, but they should be able to eat as much fruit as they want to, because the fiber, that's bound to it, right? And it keeps it off. So it's the same with that whole green tea leaf. I love it. It's that's why eating whole foods and drinking whole foods are your very best bet at all times. Okay. How about relaxation? Can you explain that to me? Because that is one of the benefits here on your brochure. How relax without drowsiness.
Okay, so the amino acid in green tea leaf called L-theanine, that's a natural relaxant, and we can't find L-theanine anywhere else. Almost exclusively found in a green tea leaf. And L-theanine is fascinating because it relaxes you without the drowsiness, like you said, and how it's what's happening in your brain is just amazing. There are 4 waves in the brain. When you get stressed, relaxed, or focused, all different type of waves. And out of 4, actually, unrelated wave, 3 of them, alpha, theta, beta, are increased, stimulated, or awakened at the same time when you drink the tea because of the L-theanine.
Okay.
So you are actually feeling a lot grounded, calm, and not really jittery, right? So that is the best kind of energy you want. And actually, some studies suggest actually catechins are doing the same thing. So it may not be just L-theanine, it might be the combination. So.
Got it. Okay. And then I really would like to talk about weight control, because I know that so many people are interested in that topic. How can green tea help? And I don't know if you know this, but is it more beneficial to be having the whole green tea, such as this sencha powder that I consume and that you is your company, versus a green tea bag?
Oh, okay. All right. So first of all, the weight control benefit. Okay. So the antioxidant catechins increase the metabolism. Okay. So, it basically just, make your system more efficient to burn out the fat.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So drink green tea before exercise, and also actually, afterwards too, because there is a certain time window that your muscles are more activated to burn out, burn the calories.
Mm-hmm.
So before and after. And if you are drinking the catechin antioxidants and doing that exercise, of course, that's the best. And the studies show exercise effect gets even better if you are drinking the green tea. So if you want to make it more efficient, simply just to enjoy that, this green tea. And I'll tell you why this green tea is better than tea bag tea.
Okay.
But anyway, if you're drinking green tea, some studies suggest if you're drinking like 13, that's it. I did a lot. But anyways, 13 cups a day and without doing anything, and then you will burn out extra 80 kilocalories.
Okay.
That's not much, but if you are not doing anything, that would be a plus. But
There
80
you go.
kilocalories is like one banana.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But still, nonetheless, that is the kind of proof, catechin antioxidant doing something, burning out, fat for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now that was that study was using the regular brewed green tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, sencha powder. Why sencha powder versus tea bag tea? Okay. So, of course, hey, tea bag tea, quality is not good. I'm sure the tea leaf quality is different. Yeah, that's part of it. But, most importantly, actually, you are consuming whole tea leaf. That makes the difference. And Stacey, you've been saying, this powder is a whole food, and that is the whole point. Rather than just, juice came out from the spinach, for example. When you boil the spinach, the water becomes green, but you don't drink green colored water and throw away the spinach. No, we don't do that. Why? Because most of the nutrition stays in leaf, right? Spinach is by itself. Yeah. So the study shows if you steep green tea leaf, over 70%, close to 80% of the nutrition, antioxidants, minerals, vitamins stay in the tea leaf. And even if you squeeze really hard or you brew it for a long time, it doesn't matter. At one point it stops. No more water soluble contents come out into the water, right? That's it. Yeah. So drink drink green color water or whole tea leaf. That is the difference. Sencha powder allows you easily to consume whole tea leaf. And ours is organic. And if you are caffeine sensitive, we also provide water processed decaffeinated sencha powder. So
Okay. So what they need to do is a study on control of weight with sencha and not tea bag. That's really what we need. We need a placebo-controlled double-blind study. Come on, scientists. Where's the studies at?
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's just so much more potent. You'll probably have a 70% increase.
Yes, right.
Potential and benefits with the sencha versus the tea bags. And so talk to me about organics and tea. Like, why do you have the label on your bag, or, you know, how do you source? Tell me that story.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. That's a great question. Let me grab the tea. Okay, so this is the tincture powder regular, and regular has USDA organic seal right here, and it's a certified organic tincture powder. Okay, now we use the same tincture leaf, organic, but this doesn't have organic seal on it. But if you look at carefully on the ingredient list, it says organic tincture. Then why we don't have the seal in front? Well, the reason is because the decaffeination processing factory, unfortunately, they don't have the certification. And they came up with this fascinating water process, and they have the patent. So they created the whole, the machine and, the equipment go through the, tea leaf without chemical to remove the 80%, or actually, most of the caffeine. So in one serving, less than 3 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about this, because I was going to ask you about this. Like, we drink the decaf version because we like that. We don't need caffeine at this point. I think that there can be benefits of it, but I think the decaf is amazing. And that is something that I've heard about decaffeinated coffee and decaffeinated teas, that most of the time they are chemically decaffeinated. So what do you know about that, and what makes this water processing different, which I was thrilled to find when you were on Chef AJ. I was like, yes, I need that tea for myself.
Yeah, as far as I know, this is the only organic decaffeinated powdered tea, including matcha. Yeah. So, anyways, decaffeination process are okay. So there are 4 different type of processes, and one of them is banned in the U.S. because it's using carcinogens as remover. It's called methylene chloride.
Okay.
Yeah. So hopefully nobody is smuggling those decaffeinated green tea leaf. Right.
Hopefully not.
Right. Yeah. And the other method, like CO2 method, and ethyl acetate method, and they are considered natural, and they are considered not really harmful for human consumption. However, some of the chemicals actually stain tea leaf, and even though they're considered safe, but do you want that chemical?
Right.
Probably not. Right.
It's like the beauty industry, Kiyomi, like, especially in the United States, like, we allow so many chemicals that are, quote, safe, because they have not been proven to cause issues. So basically they just put them out into the marketplace and just wait for people to get sick, because they're totally hormone disrupting, cancer causing, allergy causing ingredients.
Yes.
And in the United States, like, there's just virtually no regulation on that. And I know that it's the same with the food industry too. But yeah, it's like, sure, these foods or these chemicals or preservatives are, quote, safe, but it's like, at what level, and why would you want to put that in your body?
Right. Yeah. It's unknown. So, if you can avoid, probably you should. Yeah. And also, that chemical should be affecting the taste too. If it tastes funny, you might want to use your instinct and, stay away from that too. Yeah. So
true.
Totally agree.
Yeah, that definitely has to affect the taste, I would think. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing this tea with all of my listeners. and people can get a discount.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah.
So we're gonna send people to seemet.com, correct? That's where we're going.
Well, yes. Well, unfortunately, when we started our business, we were not thinking correctly, I suppose. So our company name is Seemet, but our website name is groundgreentea.com.
Groundgreentea.com.
Groundgreentea.com. Yeah.
That's where you're all gonna shop, and you'll be able to find me in the drop down just by following 3 simple steps, and I will be under Stacy Heine, and you'll be able to snag a discount on your sencha.
Right. Yeah.
And I highly suggest that you just get a big bag, because I made the mistake last month when I heard about it. I bought it that day, and we ran out, of course, because it only had 30 servings. So we've had it for, I think that we only got the 30 serving bag, and both of
if you're drinking,
both Kyle drink it. So now we're gonna just get the macho bag, the big bags. So I highly suggest you guys do that as well. But Kiyomi, tell me about what other products that you guys carry.
Okay, so we are trying to accommodate, the people who prefer not to take caffeine. So, one of the products is, of course, the water processed decaffeinated sencha powder. And also we offer caffeine-free arbor tea brand, chamomile, calendula brand, and also hibiscus, blood orange tea. They're really popular, actually. And also we have, we call it coffee alternative, but Chef AJ loves it as a dark chocolate alternative, and that is a roasted brown rice powder. And it's, again, organically grown and roasted without oxygen. So, we actually test for carcinogen, and, we found no carcinogens in that roasted powder. So, if somebody is nervous about, hey, roasted food, big question mark, well, we tested it, so no carcinogen. And it tastes like dark chocolate because of the rice, like your, rice powder, it's kind of sweet, without adding the sweetener. So it tastes like, really dark chocolate.
I am so excited to try mine. I know it should be here anytime, so I'm super excited.
Great. Awesome.
Yay! I can't wait. So those of you that are looking for a coffee alternative, make sure that you check out the roasted brown rice powdered drink, and then definitely make sure that you're getting your sencha, because everybody needs to be taking this on a daily basis, whether you mix it with Toko's powder like I do and blend it with dates, or you just put it straight into your smoothies or your hot or your cold water. You can make some iced sencha and add whatever you want to it. Lemon juice. I'm sure there's other herbs you could add to it. If you like honey, you could do that, but you could do date syrup, or just have it straight up and really enjoy it. So Kiyomi, okay, so thank you so much for all of your insight. We are thrilled.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
To know more about it. I have one more question that I ask all of my guests, and it is, what does holistic living mean to you?
Okay, so that is okay. So all kinds of benefits, but come to the point. If I have to choose only one, it's that the way to enhance the relationship with myself, because you have to be aware. You have to know what you're doing and why. Right. And without that process, just one process, even if you are eating the organic food and choosing something supposedly clean because somebody told me, right? Okay, I'm going to use it, but no, actually you have to really think, why and how this is going to serve me. And when you are making a cup, maybe it's a good idea to think about how beneficial this is, rather than, because, Stacy, you're wonderful, and you have, you are surprised. I'm sorry, you're providing so much great information, and So many great products come out from your show. But when you take the product in your hand, read about it, and learn about it, and then appreciate about it, and then, I think you are in a better position.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Being more present. Basically, what you're saying is to just be more present, be more intentional. Think about the benefits of what you're consuming. Think about the detriments that you might be practicing on a daily basis, and become holistic that way. I really love that, Kiyomi. That's really good. So,
thank you for saying better way.
Oh no, I mean that's what I got from it's not a better way. It's just that's what I gathered from you. So good. Okay, so friend, thank you so much for being on. I know that everybody's going to love this episode and just their minds will be blown about all of the benefits of green tea. And you guys, we just scratched the surface. There's so many more benefits, but if you want to learn more, go to groundgreentea.com. Make sure that you click on Stacey Heine for your discount and just browse the website for the benefits too. So thank you, Kiyomi. We will see you later and be well.
Well, thank you so much, Stacey. See you later. Bye.
I'm over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of The Urban Pharmacy. For today's show notes, head on over to theurbanpharmacy.com and be sure to join us inside our private Facebook group called The Urban Pharmacy, where we share inspiration, live trainings, and holistic living tips to help you build community and the healthy lifestyle that you've always wanted. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please consider leaving us a 5-star review. Before we connect again on the next show, follow me on Instagram at The Urban Pharmacy. That's urban with an H and pharmacy with an F. And I can't wait to hear your wellness journey as we get to know each other better. There's truly no better time than now to level up your life. And I am so proud of you for showing up today. Until next time, be well, Health Crusader.